Now try it.
Can you hear us now?
My bad.
Can you hear us now?
My bad. I had the mute button on. In case we, in case I said something I shouldn't have. Yeah, curse, like I always do.
What? Can you guys hear us now?
Snarky.
Hey, CPO, what's happening? Yes, good. How's everybody?
Okay, so.
Hey, Genevieve, what's happening? Good.
So tell them the reason that we came on early. Do you know?
Do I know? Yeah. So we came on early because, thank you, Mr. B. Because, so my blood pressure is really high today, this afternoon.
It's killing me, guys.
So I have a blood pressure cuff on. Yeah, so he's hoping that if I get on here and chill, maybe my blood pressure would come down. So.
Hey, if you get a little lower, honey, we could call you Mr. Wilson.
Oh shit! Sorry, guys. I'm out of practice. Hey, Christine, how are you?
All right.
Yeah. So you know, I got the sepsis, went to the hospital, and ever since then, like, my pulse is through the roof. And today, this afternoon, my blood pressure's been high, but what it's been doing, it's usually pretty normal, and then it dropped really low. And when it drops really low, I get lethargic and like I don't interpret things right. Like, it's just, I'm really out of it. It's really screwed up.
You basically pass out.
Yeah, it's almost like I pass out, and it's horrible, you guys. So, like, knock on wood, it hasn't done it at all today.
It's
it
fake
did
wood.
it. Doesn't matter if it's fake. I'll knock on your head. It went really low last night. I watched the Chiefs game, and right before I fell asleep, it was really low. It's been a nightmare.
All right, so we're going to start this and see what you're at. I'm
Hey,
hoping...
Shannon, what's happening, Mama? Hey. Let me see. Tell us your most peaceful place you've ever been.
Yeah, I tried calming her down by holding her hand. That didn't work. So I thought I'd bring her in here.
The beach and cemeteries, definitely cool places for me.
I'm going.
Okay, so now I get to get my blood pressure taken. Woohoo! Yeah, so this is like been my life forever now. Constantly getting my blood pressure taken, and been a nightmare. He's definitely worried, Tammy. It's been rough. I think it's, it's harder for him than it is for me, you know what I mean? Because I know he's worrying, and it's happening to me, and there's nothing I can do,
Yes, I am worried.
See, it's still...
Oh, look at this.
It did come down, though. A little bit.
The pulse is still high.
Yeah.
But the blood pressure is back to kind of high, but not, it makes me feel a lot better. So you guys...
Okay, can you go down and get me that thing for my neck?
Yes.
So it's like 750 degrees in here, you guys.
You guys are working.
It's like...
It's working.
The heat.
I thought it's anxiety. You haven't been on for a
No,
long
it's not
time.
anxiety. I wasn't nervous about coming on at all, honey. So freaking hot in here, you guys. Like, this is like the worst room in the freaking house. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a while. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, but unfortunately it's like I'll wake up, I feel good, and then bam, my blood pressure drops out, and then, all of a sudden it's 4 to 6 hours later, and I'm like, what the hell happened to the day, So it's been a mess. I'm just over it. I thought I need to come on tonight because I just don't want to deal with the medical shit anymore. Personally, I'm just done. Yeah, so we'll talk about the Queen in a little bit. I'm kind of hoping Ken gets in here. She's been like amazing, keeping me filled in on the Queen, and because she lives like down the street from Balmoral Castle, where the Queen passed. So she was like giving me.
Where is it? It's not there anymore.
Oh my gosh! Ask Chris if he used it, because he may have used it and not put it in the freezer. Because he wasn't feeling good last night. He probably used it. That's all right. I'll live. So yeah. So I want to talk about that. Oh my god! I didn't even bring my book in. See, I'm just clueless. Oh, what else? So what do you think about the Queen? Yeah. Which cemetery is your favorite? That's hard.
Yeah, he had it.
Well, I need to do me a favor. I need 2 things, honey. Put that in the freezer, and then on my nightstand, there's the composition book that I use for Friday Night Live.
Okay. On your nightstand?
Yeah, not
those balls. We got those balls in there.
Oh yeah, one of those. Bring one of those, honey. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so favorite cemetery. I've been to like a lot of really cool like Civil War cemeteries and stuff, and those are probably my favorite. There's one in I think it's Front Royal. No, that's not it. The other notebook, honey. Sorry. Oh, you guys, I got a new backdrop. I have like 2 new ones, but look. Wait, can you see? Can you see? It's got the moon and flowers, and then I have another really cool one too. Anyway, so I think it's Front Royal, Virginia. It's a battlefield cemetery. No, yeah, Civil War cemetery. Amazing place. Like
this one?
Yeah. I forgot it had hearts on it. I would have just told you that. Sorry, honey. Yeah, so it's got like the majority of the cemetery is like really, old, from like the 1700s and 1800s. And then there's another portion of the cemetery that's probably from like the 80s. And it's just such a cool cemetery. Like, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's not just cool, like, looks-wise. It's cool as in, the spirits that are coming through. It's just so freaking cool. It's probably the best cemetery I've ever been to. I love that place. I'd love to go back. We need to go back. Let's see. Listen to relaxation videos on YouTube. You know what I've been watching on YouTube, you guys? So on YouTube, they have, it's in front of the Queen's, well, now the King's Castle. They used to be called the Queen's Horse Guard. Now they're the King's Horse Guard. I've been watching those videos, like, where the guards are like, people will come up and start touching the reins of the horse when they're getting their picture taken. And the soldier's like, get off the reins. That's actually been relaxing me, watching those stupid videos. You need a holiday to Australia. Yes, I do, Shannon. I definitely do. That sounds good to me. I actually was looking last night at like, we're not going to be able to do it this year, but at like cruises and how much they were and everything, how much they were going for. Oh, thanks, honey. You guys, so I don't know if you've ever seen these. They're called Glacios. I got them on Amazon, and you fill them up, right? And you put them in your freezer, and they're specifically for migraine headaches and like your face. But I'm here to tell you, like, when you get a headache, when I get a headache, it feels really good. Like, you guys should get them. If you suffer from migraines or headaches, you should definitely try them, because they're amazing. They're really cheap. You get like 2 of them for like $10 or something. Okay, where am I at? My hubby loves cemeteries too. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool.
I'll go to Australia.
Yeah, no doubt. He used to live in Australia, so he would definitely go back, I'm sure.
Alice Springs.
He lived in Alice Springs. Did you hear him? What else? My hubby loves cemeteries too. I've been praying for you. Thank you, Tammy. You guys, You guys are so freaking awesome. I have gotten so many amazing private messages and emails, and I so appreciate it. You have no idea. What else? I have a pic of my son in a Civil War cemetery standing on a cannon. Very cool. That's cool. That's very cool. The lighting is really dark tonight. Yeah, hubby is keeping the lights down because I don't know what it is, but since I got sick, I get so overheated so much quicker. Imagine that, quicker than before. Like it was horrible before, and it's 100 times more horrible now. I apologize, you guys. It looks like crap. I know. I'm sorry. Good Friday to you. How have you had energy from April Bitzer? I have not lately. No, I haven't been. I've not been doing readings or anything, you guys. Like, I've always been under the pretense that if I don't feel good, then I feel like I can't give 100%, you know? Excuse me. And that's not to say that, you know, I always have this. So, you know, so I'm constantly, there's constantly things going on, but I just don't feel comfortable doing readings when I'm not 100%. I was able to do Anne Heche, but that's because she came to me, you know, so that made it a lot easier. But I'm just always afraid, like, I'm going to miss something, you know what I mean? So I try not to do readings when I'm going through this. But I will tell you what's going on in a little while, because I have been having people still coming, spirits still coming through. I always say people, sorry guys. That's just my lingo. You know, I suck at being a psychic. I always say that. Like, I'm not your typical psychic. I don't understand the astronomy or numerology or anything like that. Like, yeah. Did you see where the soldier collapsed? No. Oh my God, that's so sad. Hey, Cynthia. Thank you, honey. I'm trying to feel better. I'm trying. Hey, Kim. Hey, honey, I'm glad you're here. Hey, JR, what's happening? So yeah, so still got the blood pressure cuff on, y'all. You know, see? Still attached. Hubby's probably going to mosey in here in a little bit and try to test it again. So, knock on wood, today has been a good day. You know, for the first time in a long time, I actually felt like a normal person. Let's see, what day was it? What's today? Friday? Wednesday, I was actually able to, we had a huge amount of peppers and onions. I was actually able to cook those and can them. I was so excited. And then I was able to can 25 pounds of tomatoes yesterday. Which, you know, it's not hard. You cook it, you put it in the jars, and the pressure cooker does all the work. I didn't have to do anything except sit there. So I've started to feel more human, you know, here and there, but still nowhere near myself. I don't know, I have to go to the doctor's next week. I got more tests coming up, and they said so far my heart looks really good. So, but they said that prior to having these last tests, they said there's several other tests that, you know, if these tests didn't show anything, there's several other tests we can do. So I guess I'm looking forward, or not looking forward, but I guess I'm headed towards more tests. I'll tell you, the stress test, that was scary. They did because my pulse is so elevated. My mom had congestive heart failure. My mom had a heart attack. My grandmother had a pacemaker. All the people on my mom's side all have congestive heart failure and heart issues. And so with my pulse being so high, they just want to make sure that if in fact it's just sinus tachycardia and there's no explanation as to why that's happening, then, you know, we can deal with it. But, you know, then it also, with my blood pressure dropping so scarily low these days, and now today, it's very bizarre because today my blood pressure is high. Normally my blood pressure is normal. And I haven't had any issues with high blood pressure until now. But I've also been off. So the cardiologist, when I was in the hospital, took me off of my high blood pressure medicine and my heart medication. Took me off of that, and they're thinking there's a small chance that maybe one of those two medications has caused this for me to just spiral. Whatever the hell that means. So hopefully they'll figure this shit out soon, but it's just, I have so many tests coming up and so many doctor's appointments, and I have so much other crap, you know, medically that I have to go have done because of COVID. You know, I haven't had my mammogram, I haven't had this, I haven't had that. So then I got all that crap on top of it. But I'm like, you know, I just need to take a step back right now to get my health under control before I can do anything. Like, yeah. Okay. Thanks, JR. Did you hear about that guy Simon from Australia who claimed he is Charles and Camilla's son? No, I didn't. Wow, really? I don't know if that's, I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to do readings and do anything psychically when I'm not feeling good. But that something doesn't sound right to me there. I can definitely tell you that. I don't know about all that. I mean, it could definitely happen. You know what I mean? I mean, I know they were having an affair while he was married to Diana, so could be, you know. But it just something doesn't sound right to me. Me and the kids have been really sick with the flu virus, not COVID, but just as bad. Let me tell you. Oh my God, Shannon. Jeez. Y'all have been through it again. Oh my God. And you know, once the kids bring it home, it's like everybody gets it, and then it goes back around. Well, I know when the kids were little, I hated when school started for that very reason, because I knew within a month everybody would be sick in the house every year. It happened. Yeah, I did get a lot of candy done. I was so excited, y'all. Hey, Darlene, how are you, Mama? Yeah, it's been nice. This last week is definitely the first week that I've had, you know, better days and more good days and more hours than bad days and bad hours. So it's been really nice. Like, I kind of started to feel like my old self again. You know, I was in the kitchen. I was like, woohoo, you know. It's been, I don't want to keep complaining. I'm trying hard not to complain, y'all. I mean, it is what it is, you know. There are so many people out there that have so many worse situations. So I'm just grateful that I'm good. I'm not perfect, but I'm good. So you guys, I want to tell you a couple of things. I'm so upset. This may have been, actually thinking about it, this may have been what upset me. Maybe I am upset. Like, maybe that's why my blood pressure is high. So I got a comment from someone stating that, hey, I just watched your video, and okay, so apparently she was on the internet and was wanting to watch videos on Carly Gousset. She was a little 16-year-old girl that went missing. So she wrote to me and said, hey, you know, I watched your video, and then I watched this other psychic's video, and she said word for word the exact same thing that you said in your video. The only difference was she said it was the dad, whereas I said it was the stepmom who did it. And she said, you may want to look into this. And I was like, what in the actual? So I searched and I found the video, and I was very upset. And look, I can let me be completely open and honest here. I have not received a paycheck from YouTube. Okay, that's how much money I make. $0. $0. You know, hoping eventually to bring in a little bit of money. That would be helpful, right? But my point is, it's not like I'm making bank off of this, right? So she has a little bit less of subscribers. Her subscriber count's a little lower than mine. That's how you say it. Victoria. Sorry. So, you know, she had this particular video. I ended up watching it plus like 4 more of her videos. And I might be wrong. I might be remembering this wrong. So if I am, I apologize. But the first video I watched, Carly Gousset, I think it was monetized. So that means she's making money off of, you know, she's doing a video and copying my reading and making money off of it. So that was a little upsetting because, you know, I've never had that problem before because I've never been on, you know, something like YouTube, like on a social media site like this. I don't like social media, believe it or not. I really, truly don't. Oh no, Amanda, bye, honey. Bye. Bye. Thanks for coming in. I'm so glad you were here. Hey, Pat. Hey. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Pat. This guy's supposed to be from their teens. Him 17, her 18 before Diana. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know why, but it just doesn't feel right to me. But that doesn't mean anything. Like, you know, I'm not 100%. So, but anyway, so I don't want to throw this girl out there. I don't want to throw her under the bus. I'm not saying her name or anything. It's just really upsetting. And the other sad part was I watched like a total of 4 videos of hers. 2 other videos were readings that I have done, and it was uncanny. Okay. And listen, let me say this. Hold up. I'm not saying her name. You know, that's not my place. Maybe at some point I will, if I can get to the bottom of it. But here's the problem. Like, the other 2 videos, I'm not going to say which video, but there was one video in particular that when I connected, there was a lot of like random things said, right? And she said the exact same thing. Like, she even said the random things that I said. The off-the-wall crap that I had gotten from my connection, she said the same thing. So, it's very frustrating. And look, if, you know, someone wrote to me and said, hey, I'm going to do a reading on so-and-such and connect with them, and you've already connected with them, or that doesn't even make sense. Cut that. Sorry. That doesn't even make sense, so never mind. But my point is, you know, I would never want to throw another person under the bus, especially if she is psychic. Unfortunately, I feel like based on the videos that I watched, I don't think she has psychic abilities. And I hate to say that. I hate to say that, okay? I don't like to, but there are so many fake psychics out there. And unfortunately, I think she's one of them. There was another reading she did that I'm watching it going, duh. Excuse me. Like, one about the Queen. Well, of course the Queen had mobility issues. She was freaking 96 years old, you know? And just all this crap that she was saying was like, it's not anything psychic, you know? Like, I was just screaming at the video, like, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to watch all of her videos painstakingly, or not all of them. The ones that she's done that are like mine, I'm going to watch them. I'm going to keep track of everything in there, and I'm going to contact YouTube, and I'm going to say, hey, what can I do about this? You know, and the sad thing is, the Carly Gousset video, I had put it out there 2 years ago, and this girl that was copying me put it out there a year ago. And so the commenter said, look, I don't know if you realize this, but you know, she said she was checking Carly Gousset videos, and then she watched mine, and then she watched hers, and she was like, wait a minute, she's saying the exact same thing. And she's like, that, you know, that can't be a coincidence type of thing, I guess. And she looked up when they were put out, and my video was 2 years old and hers was a year old, and she was like, she's clearly copying everything that you said. And I'm telling you guys, it was down to exact quotes that Carly had said to me when we connected. She said the exact quotes too. I was so upset, you guys. Like, you know, here's the thing. She's young, right? This girl's young. And had she have come to me and said, oh, I think I might be psychic, I need some help, oh my God, I would have bent over backwards to help her, okay? Because I've had several people come to me and message me and say, I think I might be psychic, can you help me, can you point me in the right direction, can you do this, can you do that? And of course, I'm like, oh, heck yeah, you know, because, you know, the more people that have this gift, the more blessings in the world, as far as I'm concerned, you know? So, I don't know, you guys. It's just really frustrating. Like, you know, it takes a lot out of a person when you're a psychic medium. It takes a lot out of you. Like, well, let me rephrase that. For me, it takes a lot out of me, and I have talked to other psychics who have said the same thing. Like, it's not just, oh, let's sit down and connect with the spirit like you're talking, like I'm talking to you. It's not like that. I don't know how to explain it, but it's different. Like, you have to really concentrate on what's being said, what they're saying, and you have to make sure they understand what you're saying. You know, it's not just like talking on the phone to somebody. It's not like that. So, like, it takes a lot out of a person, you know? So, for her just outright copy, I'm like, really? Really? You know? And the sad reality is, I don't know, if she said to me, you know, oh, I need food, so I had to do it, you know, I'd be like, oh, here, can I give you this $100 so you can go get food? But, you know, don't steal from me. I mean, come on, you know? That's what I feel like. I feel like someone came into my house and took my money and left. That's what I feel like. And it's not, like I said, it's not about the money, because I have not received one dime, okay? As of today, I've not received one penny from YouTube, okay? So it's not like it's about the money. But what I'm saying is, if she came to me and said, the reason I did it was because I need food for my kids, I'd be like, you know what? Here's some money. Go get some groceries. You know what I mean? Like, I'll help anybody, you know? Ugh. You should call her out, Vic. That's not okay. That's so bad. Why do people do that? Pretend to be psychic. It blows my mind. Like, it blows my mind. Oh, she's doing that's a shitty thing to do. Exactly. The world's gone nuts. Not surprised someone did that to you. I'm sorry. You have to deal with extra BS. I love when you take the time to say hello. Ah, thanks, Genevieve. That's so sweet. She should not be able to get away with this. In college, she would be expelled. That's very true. You got that right, Miss Pat. I think you need to call her out. She's stealing your content. Copycats are not psychic. Very true, very true. Like I said, I'm going to do it. I needed to kind of like get this out of my system, take a step back, and I'll watch the videos that she has in common with me. And if I see any other videos like that, then I'm going to put everything in writing, go to YouTube and say, what can I do? Like, because surely I have some kind of ground, you know, some kind of leg to stand on. I wish you could tell us her name. It wouldn't be hard for you to find her. I was talking about Carly Gousset. The commenter said it on Carly Gousset's video. Does need to be reported, and I'm going to do that. If hers is done after yours is fraud. Yes, definitely. She's not very good at being a psychic or a copycat. Exactly. Check and double check, then get her booted. Yeah, and here's the thing. You guys, I'd like to think that you guys know me well enough now. You know, I look at you guys like you're my friends, you know, and I think everybody knows that like, I would never intentionally or unintentionally want to harm anyone. You know what I mean? And whether that be on a professional level or personal level, you know? So, I mean, it hurts my feelings that I'm going to have to bust her and get her turned in. You know, that hurts my feelings. Like, why? It's so unnecessary. I mean, that sucks. You need to out her. Yeah, I get it. She's totally wrong. I wonder who else she may be cheating off of. You know, Pat, I thought the same thing. When I was watching one particular video, I thought it sounded an awful lot like someone else's video, which I'm going to contact that person, but I don't know for sure. I need to go back and watch that other person's video, but I thought it kind of sounded like it. And I was like, So I'll be contacting the other person and letting them know because, you know. True, Pat, how dumb of her. Exactly. It is shameful. It's stealing their ego. It is, and that's what bugs me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the part that really gets me. You know, I don't take this crap for granted. I don't take what I have for granted, you know. I try to do the right thing. I give out free readings. I do the best that I can, and it upsets me that, you know, she's in turn making money off of a reading that I did. Like, that upsets me. And like I said, it has nothing to do with the money, you know, but she's putting it out there for people to see, and she has less subscribers than me, but not that many less. And it's just frustrating. And you're right, if it's because she needs money to feed her kids, we would all help out. I'm not someone blatantly lying. Exactly, Shannon. Don't let her get your blood pressure up. Not worth it. True, Tammy. This sweetest, most honest person I know. Aw, thank you, Tammy. Gosh, that means so much. Thank you. It would have to be JR, right? I mean, how could it not be against terms of service, you know? Hey, Ken, I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry I came on early. Hubby was hoping that if I got on here and calmed down and relaxed, that maybe my blood pressure would come down because it's been really high this afternoon. I was just telling them, Ken, that someone brought to my attention that a video that I had done a reading with Carly Gousset, someone had in fact, word for word, done a video. So my video was 2 years ago. Her video was a year ago. Did a video and like said everything that I said in the reading. And I've looked at other videos of hers, and there's some, you know, that I've done and she's done, and yeah, so I need to get everything together and contact YouTube and find out what to do. Yeah. No, never, Vic. That's the sad thing. You actually care. Aw, thank you, Shannon. I try. Like, I'm a normal human being. I make mistakes, but I try to help, you know, when I can. We don't want to go watch her because it will give her money, right? So glad you're here, Ken. Hey, Somewhat Secret, what's happening? Yeah, it's been a while. I missed you. Hope you're doing much better. Thanks. It's a long process, y'all. I'm still not there, but I'm trying. So Ken, I didn't want to talk about the Queen. Someone asked me about the Queen earlier, and I didn't want to talk about it until you got on here. I told everyone how you've been filling me in on, you know, the videos on Instagram and what's going on. And so yeah, here's what I think about the Queen. It's so sad. You know, I know she's 96 years old, but she was the queen, you know? So yeah, I'm really sad that she's gone. Yeah. Prince Charles the Third. That's awesome. Yeah. I wasn't excited to see Meghan Markle. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of hers. I think there's a lot there that I don't want to go into tonight, but I don't particularly care for her. And yeah, it's just sad. Like, it's just sad. It's the end of an era, you know, and it's kind of like I've always been into like the royal family, and not into it. Okay, so I have a friend. She's into the royal family. Like she can tell you people's birthdays and when they got married, you know, when they got divorced, and I don't know all that. But I've always been like, it's always like, I don't know, it just amazes me because it's so totally different than the structure that we have here in the U.S. So it's just always amazed me. I don't know how else to say it. Like, yeah. And yeah, Tammy, you nailed it. I feel bad for Ken. I feel bad for everyone that lost their queen. Like, that's horrible, you know? Absolutely horrible. And I know, you know, I feel like King Charles probably, he's not a spring chicken, you know? And I feel like he's not going to be in there forever because he isn't a spring chicken, you know? I don't know. My heart hurts. My heart hurts for everybody in the UK, and I think it absolutely sucks that she passed. I know she was 96. I'm glad she's with her prince now. But yeah, you know, and here's the strange thing. So, oh my God, I'm burning up, honey. It's so hot in here. So one of the biggest things I think is when Princess Diana died.
Okay, the doctor's in.
Oh my gosh, he's doing my blood pressure again.
All right, keep talking.
I'm not supposed to talk when I get my blood pressure taken.
It's okay.
I saw that, Ken. I saw that. I was like, come on. You know, don't get me started on them. What's wrong with the cat? She's not happy. She's screaming down there.
I don't know.
In Australia, she's our queen also, the only queen I've ever known. She was an incredible woman. Yes, definitely. And here's the thing, like, you can't rule a country for 70 plus years. You can't rule a country and not be an amazing human. You know what I mean? Like I know she was like an amazing businesswoman. She just had her shit together, for lack of better words. You know, I know that's not great words to say about the queen, but I just really, I've been the same way, Kim. They just amaze me. And let me go back. So when Princess Diana died, you know, I was awake, we were awake watching TV, and it came up that she had been involved in a car accident. And at that point, they were like, you know, basically saying like, you know, they didn't know that she was in such bad shape at that point. So anyway, when she first passed, I was so upset that it took the queen a little while to come out with a statement. I was like, what the hell is she waiting for, right? But here's the thing. So I'm much older and wiser now. Not very much, but a little bit wiser, a lot older. And, you know, I was like, now I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, she had to take her in her own time. She had to take everything in and figure out how they were going to proceed with everything, with her, you know, funeral procession and the service, and how were they going to do it, because, you know, her and Charles weren't together. And I get it now. You know what I mean? I get it. So, but you know, to think about being in charge of an entire country. So we're talking like, take yourself when you were, what was she, 20? When you're 20 years old, and throw yourself in front of an entire country and be responsible for that country. She dedicated her entire life. Everything about her was about ruling her country and being there for her country. How can you not be an amazing human being? I've seen all this bullshit about, you know, people are like, oh, she's demonic and she's this. I got into a fight with a guy in a comment section because he's sitting there trying to tell me that, because I said in the comment section that She ruled her country with dignity and grace. And he proceeded to tell me that she was the devil, she was a demon, she was this, she was that. And I was just like, ugh. You know, of course, the first thing I wanted to say was just shut the F up, right? That's what I wanted to say. But I went back at him and I told him my thoughts, and guess what? It shut him up, you know? And people were like, way to go. Good job, Victoria. You know? But it's just, you can't take a 20-year-old woman and throw her in front of a country. Like, you have to be an amazing human being to do that. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is one thing you're not going to change my mind on. She was a brilliant person as far as I'm concerned. And was she perfect? No, none of us are. Were there things that she probably wishes she could have done better or differently? Of course. You know, we're all going to feel that way when we're gone. So yeah, I'm impressed with her. I'm sorry if you don't feel the same way. I understand. I just think that you can't put a person in front of a nation for 70 years and think that person's a bad person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you give up your entire life for a country. You know what I mean? Like, and let's see how you do. Hi, Ken. Sorry for your loss. Thank you, Ken. That was heart-wrenching. Ken, if you live close... Yep. I was looking at the videos that she took. It was really cool, Ken. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Like, I don't really have anybody in my life personally that feels the same way that I do about the royal family, you know. And like I said, I don't know statistics and details and all that crap. I've just always been amazed by it. In case you guys didn't know, I've always been amazed by the 1800s. Pretty sure it's because of past lives, but I do not know that for a fact. But I have always been drawn to everything with the 1800s, even the early 1900s. For example, kitchen utensils. I mean, anything related to the 1800s and the early 1900s, I'm into. I don't know why. I am. And, you know, and it's funny how as you get older, you know, I look back when I was in my teens, my 20s, and it's like, you know, how differently you feel about things and how, you know, things that used to not be important are now important and vice versa. So it's pretty weird. Learned a lot about myself through the years. Okay, let's see. In Australia, she's our queen also. I heard that. The royal family amazes me. Me too, Kim. Girl, me too. My brother was stationed in England. When in the service, he was there when the queen got married. Wow, I bet that was awesome to see.
You have this fetish about 1950s too, don't you?
Can't give away all my secrets, honey.
Kitchen table.
Did you hear him? He said, you have a fetish about 1950s too. So that's the other thing. You know, the old Formica tables and the really cool chairs from the 50s? I've been searching for one probably for a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. Kind of 2 years ago, though, it was like, I kind of looked here and there and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. I want that. But I definitely want one. And I'm going to find one. And it's going to be mine. And it's going to come into my house. I don't like my table I have now. And it's too big for my space. But, oh, man, one of those Formica tables would look amazing, you guys. I've been watching everything. It fascinates me, the protocols and ceremonies. Me too, Tammy, me too. I got up early one morning. I was talking to Ken on Instagram. I got up early one morning just so I could watch everything because, yeah, like, I can't wait to see the funeral on TV, you know. And I might cry a lot, you guys, because I cry at funerals. Yeah. I know, right? She became queen at 25 years old, guys. 25, crazy. Right? Look back. I look back at myself at 25 years old. And, you know, I thought I knew everything. I thought, you know what I mean? Like, I was invincible. And I'm a totally different human today than I was back then. So I can't imagine, you know, being because of how you were born, who you were born to, being put in front of an entire nation, you know, and okay, you're in charge now. Your Highness, what do we do with this? What do we do with that? I'd be like, I don't know. You know, I mean, how do you? It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. And I can't even compare it to the president here in the United States, because we all know our president has issues. And you know what I mean? That's not the same. Serving 4 years or 8 year sentence. I didn't mean that. Serving a 4 year or 8 year term is a hell of a lot of difference between 70 years, you know? You guys, I'm like dying. So hot in here. It's so obvious they are doing it because they are not supposed to do it. They are breaking the rules on purpose, even at the death of the Queen. Right, Ken? When I saw Harry and Meghan holding hands, I was like, really, guys? Like, great. You love each other. Okay, I get that, you know? But that doesn't look professional. That doesn't look like you're mourning for your grandmother. Like, but did you see Meghan went up to shake people's hands, and several women, one woman put her glasses on and looked away, another woman yanked her hand back, wouldn't even shake her hand. I was like, oh shit. You know, I get it. If I lived there, because I feel the same way, and I don't live there, you know. But I don't care for Meghan Markle. There's so many things that I get from her. So many qualities that aren't good that I see with her. And I don't know what it is. She rubs me the wrong way. I feel like she's totally has control over Harry and all of his decisions. And I'll just leave it at that. Ugh. Hi, just came, was out. Happy you're back. Hope you feel better. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. I hope you're still on here. Hey, Heather, what's happening? Yeah, go look at Ken's videos. It's very, very cool, you guys, on her Instagram. Ken_M1. So it's KENN_M like Mary 1. Kenny, there's one love. They are never separated. Yeah, Renee. I had to put my 19-year-old dog to sleep. But oh no, asking for positive energy center waves. Heather, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, losing a member of the family, like I said, doesn't matter if it's your grandmother who's 96 that you were expecting would die soon, you know, or a beloved animal, a child, like, yeah, that just sucks. My heart aches for you, and I'm so sorry, honey. Yeah, that just absolutely sucks. I hope her family can reunite again, especially her grandsons. You know, I hope that Harry wakes up sooner rather than later. And yeah, you guys, it looks like the moon. Look, the moon's part of my head. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I like this backdrop. I bought another one and I think I like it more. Like, I really thought I would like this one more. I don't know. Maybe it'll have to grow on me. Can't explain it, but it's stupid. When I eventually fall asleep though, I woke up because I felt him crawling all over me and could hear the duvet crunching. It went on for a few minutes. It was a comfort for sure. Aww. Aww. The royals being reptiles. What stupid people. Ugh. Heather praying that was an easy transition to the other side, the Rainbow Bridge. Definitely. Me too, Vic. And even earlier than that, I had Shaman Lady tell me once that I come from a long line of ancient witches. Good witches, not bad ones. Thank you, me too. I think you made it. I'm obsessed with Pioneer Days. Me too. Me too, Tammy. People just got to get rid of those tables. Yeah, I need one. I admire her because she had to put up with that family at first, especially her children, and to be in the public eye. Yep. Definitely, Barbara, I agree. It's a tough loss. I'm facing that decision any day now. Oh, no, Cynthia. You too. I'm so sorry. We actually had to take D Minor to the vet on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or Monday? like, you guys, my eyes look black. It's like shadows, and I look like I have black eyes. She had like she hates to get her nails cut, right? Hubby does her nails, and she hates it. Well, like her little inner, what would be like her front thumbnail, was like broken but stuck under the skin. Vet pulled it out, and she's on anti-inflammatory meds and antibiotics, but she's fine. She's all good now. But she was like limping. Her gait was all messed up. Like her back legs, because of it, she was walking funny. And I was like, why is the back end of her walking sideways? Like it looked so bizarre. Anyway, so she's okay now. But you know, the vet does, you pull up out front, you call them and let them know you're there. They come out, they put a number on your vehicle. Because, you know, with COVID, they don't want a bunch of people in the office. I don't blame them. So the vet came out to get D, and he was like, oh, look, she's like an overgrown football. Perfect size for an overgrown football. It was funny as crap. I was cracking up. The funny dude. If you have the option to do it at home, look into it. I had someone come over, and so I was able to cradle him in my arms, cuddled in our bed. No sinners the whole time. I think it made it easier. Aww. I feel Megan is very needy and clean. I do too. I think there's so much more to it. Unfortunately, I don't care for her. I watched a series on all those hikers, went into the mountains and died so mysteriously. Wait, am I missing something? Oh, Ken, what is the Donner Party? I don't know what y'all are talking about. The Donner Party, a large group of settlers. A large group of settlers who moved west to California before it was created and got stuck for the winter and starved. Oh my gosh. I blame Harry. He knows the rules. I think he's scared of her. Exactly, Barbara. Exactly. Yep, I agree. I think he does as he's told, and that's that. I actually saw a couple of videos where she like shot, this was like right before they got married or right after, she like shot Harry these nasty looks and stuff, and then he would like, you know, I guess do whatever he thought she wanted him to do. I was like, I'd never noticed it before, and I watched these videos and I was like, oh shit. Ugh. Do I sell memories, visions of myself in the back of a covered wagon with my parents? I'm fascinated by the pioneer days. Me too, me too. You know, she's flaunting the rules deliberately. There's a rumor that someone has announced they're pregnant right in the middle of the morning. Are you serious? It wouldn't surprise me if little Miss Markle. There are movies about the Donner Party. Very interesting. I gotta write this down, y'all. I need to watch about the Donner Party. That's crazy. Oh, you guys. Okay, we got to talk about a couple things. Yes, the Queen definitely had class, Tammy. I watched Twin Paranormal, where they went and did a session at the Donner Party. Arian did Spirit Box. It was really good. They got lots of replies. Twin Paranormal, I'm going to write it down. So you guys remember the last time I did a live? Way back. So I told you I felt like I was being drawn to watching the Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland shooting, his, you know, case. Ultimately, I've had a young man come through to me, and I think he's the one that was pushing me towards watching. So I just want to fill you guys in on that. I wasn't sure if y'all remember that or not, but yeah. I don't want to talk about him or his, you know, his name or anything, but definitely, it was definitely him that was pushing me towards that. And I knew it was somebody, you know. The rumor is they started eating the dead. They had no food. I understand. Stranded in the snow, was approximately 10 feet high. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Have you tried to channel Sandra Bland? The case is bizarre. No, but I'll write her down. I will write her down. Hold on. Yeah, you guys, we have to talk about something else, too. Sandra Bland. Okay. You've never heard people call the Queen Lizzie the Lizard? No, I haven't. There are a few movies and documentaries on YouTube. It's a historic site and very historic story. They have been digging up the site for relics. Supposedly Harry had scratches down his face covered with makeup. Really? Holy shit. I read the book about the Donner Party. So sad and haunting. Almost like the plane crash in the Andes Mountains with the soccer group. Wow. Wow, that's a good idea, Darlene. I might have to try that one. Did you see how she looked and talked to the man who wanted to take the flowers from her? She looked witchy. I hope Harry doesn't write the book about it. Right? I saw that. It was like, really? Really? Watch the body language, guys, on Harry and Meghan. Body language, guys. Okay, you guys, so I wrote this down so I would remember. Okay, you guys ready for this? So have you guys heard about Lori Vallow Daybell's 26-year-old son, Colby Ryan? He was arrested, booked into the Maricopa County Jail. He's accused of raping a woman at her home on August 3rd in Mesa, Arizona. The woman went to the police with a recording of Colby admitting to sexually assaulting her. He's facing 2 counts of sexual assault. So listen, last I heard, he was married and had a baby. So he ended up raping a woman. And at first they were together and she was all for it. And then she said, no, I don't want to do this. Get off me. And he forced it. And then he turned around and apologized and then forced it on her again later. And so she turned her phone on, record. And he admitted to doing it, said how sorry he was. And, I'm so sorry I did it. So she went to the cops. Good on her. The sad thing is that, Lori Vallow, killed 2 of her 3 kids. And she screwed up the other one. He screwed up. He's 26, married, has a kid. And now he's out raping women. Never ceases to amaze me how much damage these morons do to their own children and families, and they're okay with it. How can you live with yourself? How does Lori sleep at night? You know what I mean? Come on. Ugh. I love Twin Paranormal. I think I've actually seen something of theirs. There's a funny story about Horrid, aka Harry. William would not let him on the RAF place going to Balmoral. He was told to make his own way there, huh? Wow. The charges have been dropped against Colby? No way, really? Wow. It's his ex-wife? Oh. I thought they were still married. Wow. Well, geez, look how much I don't know. Thanks, Ken. Holy crap. Well, that sucks. If in fact that sucks that the charges are dropped. You know what I mean? That just sucks. William probably would not let Harry on because he had Meghan clinging to his arms, that needy and control. Oh my God, yeah. The sins of our mother. Holy crap. Let me tell you, hubby and I were downstairs eating dinner the other day, and we were sitting in the living room and we had the TV on, and I put it on Netflix, and that came up and we started watching it. And we only watched 20 minutes of the first episode, but I didn't even know it was on there, and it popped up and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was on there. Yeah, so holy crap, it's hot. Wow. I wouldn't doubt it either, Tammy. I think you're right. I just told Tom I wanted to watch. Yeah, I mean, how can you not be screwed up when you have a mom like that? And people are like, oh, she was the best mom. She was the perfect mom. First of all, there's no such thing. We all have our faults. Second of all, she's a wackadoo. And, according to her own family, her and her brother Alex were like, you know, acting like their boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, so you can't tell me she was a perfect mom, and you can't tell me she didn't screw Colby up. She killed the other two, and she obviously screwed him up too, you know? It's crazy. Hey, Victoria, new to you and been binging your videos. Thank you, Karen. Welcome, welcome. We're glad you're here. Glad you're here. It's kind of chill tonight. Not feeling good. Haven't been feeling good. You know, guys, I just realized the other day, I got sick at the end of, was it the end of June I went in the hospital, or July? I don't know. I've been sick for a long time, y'all. It's crazy. It just needs to clear itself up, like, right now. No, Charles had told Cora not to take Megan. She would not be welcome at Balmoral, so they knew he was coming alone. Good. Charles will not put up with Megan. Yeah. Yeah. Sons of Our Mother is brilliant. You have to see it. Chad texts Lori to say he was going to get rid of his wife. Proof. Wow. Holy crap. I gotta watch that then. Makes you sick. I don't blame you, Pat. It's, yeah. Y'all are going to make me stay up all night watching. Yeah.
It was end of June.
End of June, was it?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Hubby just said it was the end of June. So I went to the hospital in the end of June. Went back again in August in the hospital. Like, y'all. Wow. It's been a long time. And Mim is so controlling. Yes, she is. Like I said, I've gotten so many things about her. I want to do a video on her eventually. She is not a good person. You know, and look, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'm the first one to admit if I'm wrong about something, but yeah, I don't know. Have you watched House of Hammer? Good watch. No, I have not. But, you know, I got a lot of time now. Not doing reading, just kind of hanging out, trying to get better, so. I watched, what did I watch on, what did I watch? What the heck was it? Oh, I know what I watched, you guys. Girl from Plainville, or the little girl who, Karen Carter, who convinced her little boyfriend to kill himself. And they had her trial and all that. Yeah. That's a good one. Could your health issues be spirits? You know, Tammy, hubby and I actually talked about that at one point. I don't think so. I don't know. Could be. I mean, hell. I've been having wicked dreams, like really wicked dreams, you guys. Still having the same dreams I've been having, unfortunately. No, the one I watched, Pat, is on Hulu, but I got Hulu for free because of Amazon Prime. Yeah, we just watched The Devil in Ohio. Weird. Oh, I gotta write that one down too. Yeah, I've had a lot of time lately, you guys. I mean, listen, I will gladly go back to being swamped doing readings. I will take that any day over this crap. I'm over it. I'm so over it. I wanted to watch that too, Victoria. Was that not a trial? She told him to get back in the car. Yeah, it was her trial, and yeah, she did. She flat out said, he said, I'm scared. He got out of the truck, and she said, get back in the truck and do this. You know, after she said, well, if you really wanted to kill yourself, you would do it. I don't think you really want to kill yourself. You know, like she was taunting him, and she was like, oh, you could hang yourself, you could OD, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this. I mean, just horrible things. And like her parents, they were like devastated. They had no earthly idea that she had done any of this. They didn't know much about the guy. And, you know, she said that was her boyfriend. They'd seen each other, I think, 2 times. Like, really? Yeah. I watched that too, Victoria. Was that not a show? Yeah. I watched it last night. I seem to have watched what everyone else has just watched. You've been sick for a bit. You're on the mend. Prayers are all up for you. Thank you, Darlene. I have been. It's been... And you know, I haven't even been on to talk about this, I don't think. The second time I was in the hospital, yeah. So in the room next to mine, apparently this guy had gastric bypass surgery. He was a big guy. And apparently he started having heart issues, so he was put in the unit that I was on. And I had gotten up and walked to the restroom one morning, and there was this big crowd of people out in the hallway. And I heard them saying, the nurses talking to them, saying, I guess their loved one, which is the guy, was about to go in for emergency surgery because something had happened to his heart. I don't know. So anyway, I was laying there in bed, and it was early in the morning at this point. It was probably, when I saw them out in the hallway, it was probably like 6:30 in the morning. And so it was probably about 7:30, the cafeteria called, and they're like, are you going to order anything for breakfast? And I was like, oh yeah. You have to call for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and tell them what you want. And I was like, oh, I forgot. So I was on the phone with them, and I felt like somebody was trying to come to me. And I don't know how to explain it, you guys. I'll never be able to explain it, but when someone passes away, I can feel it. And I felt it. And I knew immediately. I was like, it's that guy. And it was probably half an hour later, I heard people crying out in the hallway. It was them. And they had went back to his room to get some of his belongings, but he had passed. And it was horrible, you guys. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. Oh, you guys, no, let me tell you. So I was able to go to the grocery store the other day. Again, I've been feeling kind of like a human being a little bit, able to do things here and there, which I haven't been able to do for a long time, right? I go to the grocery store, I've got my list, I'm going through, and I've started shopping, like hubby does a lot of grocery pickups now, because I've started shopping like at 4 different stores online because I'm trying to get sales, because I'm not about paying $8 for a pound of ground beef if I can pay $4, right? So, I'm in the store and I had my list and I was going through everything, and I see this little old man, and he was coming towards me and he was like, hi, young lady, and we started talking, and I was like, have a great day. And so like 3 other times we kept running into each other. Like I'd go this way and he'd be coming this way down the aisle. And he was like, he said, we've got to stop being like this. What would my wife think, right? He was so sweet. So I walk over, I was getting meat, and he walked up, and I was looking at, because there was a sale on bacon, and I was like, wow, now's the time to get some bacon if it's on sale. So he was standing over there, and I said, oh, are you looking for the bacon that's on sale? And he was like, oh, well, I'm not sure. And I said, oh, well, it's this brand right here. And I told him how much it was, and he was like, oh, no, oh. And he's looking at his list, and he was like, and he had like this old-timey calculator, a really big one. And he was like, oh, no, I won't be getting that today, honey. And he kind of set both packs back down, going through the store. Came back over, we're at the same place. And I was trying to find the pork chops that were on sale. And he was looking at the ham slices, right? And again, I said, are you looking for the ones that are on sale? There's one name brand on sale. And he's like, well, yeah, I think that's what my wife wanted, because he had his little list. And I showed him, and I told him how much. He said, oh no, thank you, I can't do that. And you guys, was killing me. So I was like, forget this. So I went and got the 2 packs of the bacon and 2 of the ham steaks, went to get in line, and he was right there. And he's talking to me, and he's checking out and talking to the cashier. And I got up there and, I said to the cashier, can you ring these up really quick? And I'll be right back. And he was like, okay. So I took the bacon and the ham and I ran out and I caught him in the parking lot and I was like, here, this is for you. And he's like, oh, what's this? What's this? And I said, oh, it's from my husband and I wanted to do this for you. And he was like, oh, no, honey, I can't take your groceries. No, no. And I was like, they're your groceries. I said, I want you to have them. I said, just, let us bless you with that. I said, that's the least we can do, something small. And the guy was almost in tears. I was like, don't start crying because I'm going to start bawling, right? So he was just such a nice guy. So I come back inside. I'm talking to the manager who's over there talking to me, and I see him. He hadn't seen me for a while, and he was asking me if I was all right. We were talking, and he said, whatever the cashier's name was, he said, just told me that what you just did for that little man. He's like, he comes in here all the time, and he always has his calculator and his list. And he said, I feel so bad for him because him and his wife are on such a limited budget. So then the cashier starts telling me about this little old lady who comes in once a week. And he said, she used to buy meat and produce, and now she buys this canned stuff because she can't afford meat and produce. And he said, usually she spends $20 to $35 per week. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I think we're going to go. Hubby and I are going to go up there and buy a gift card. And I'm going to ask the manager, give this to this poor woman when she comes in. I can't help everybody, but I can help a couple of people here and there, It just kills me, you guys. Like, what the hell are people going to do on fixed incomes? What are you going to do? How can you afford to buy food, Like I've told you before, my mom was very sick for almost a year after she got septic. She had to go into dialysis after that. Thank God it didn't affect her kidneys. Her body's been through a lot. No doubt, Barbara. I'm very fortunate. I have to go see the urologist for a follow-up, and I have to get a CT scan done to make sure my kidneys are okay because the infection affected my kidneys, but thank God I've been okay. I'm going to say a spiritual warfare novena for you just in case the spirit's messing with you. Thank you, Tammy. I will never turn down prayers. Trust me. Never. I bet you saw lots of spirits in the hospital. There's a lot, There's a lot, trust me. Hey, maybe Sarah, what's happening? So much more detail on that. It's told by her family and friends, really enlightening. She's totally screwed, and so is Chad. Their texts have damning evidence. Wow. Hey, Tim, what's happening? You are pure soul, Victoria. Aw, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Nope, I'm not. I'm just, look, if I would ever be fortunate enough to win the lottery, I would help so freaking many people. I would love to do that. I'm working in a grocery store. I'm seeing many families purchasing large amounts of hot dogs. I'm beginning to feel that is their meat for meals. Cynthia, my heart. I know. I understand. Like, yeah. And now that food prices are so high, I kind of like take more notice of people's carts, what they have. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just so damn sad. I just can't. Yeah, I just feel horrible. I'm telling you, if you ever have any doubts about anything in the world, go work at a food pantry. Go volunteer at a food pantry. I'm telling you, it's the most humbling experience. Hubby and I were at a horrible place financially. He had gotten laid off after 14 years, and we had no health insurance, and he was diagnosed with cancer, and it was tough, y'all. And, we both prayed and prayed and prayed, and we said, if we get through this and we come out on the other side, we're going to do whatever we can to help others, whatever we can. And hubby prayed that, he had always wanted to work with veterans. He got hired right after he got better. He got hired with the Veterans Administration. And he and I both started working at a food pantry, and That was all she wrote. Like, I just can't tell you how it affects you. You know, when women come in and they're like, I can't afford to feed my kids. I have no food for my kids. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's very humbling, you guys. And it completely, it will change you. I'm telling you, it will change you. 10 years I was there, and maybe one day I'll go back when I feel a little better. I don't know, but it's very humbling. And you start looking at life differently. I will say that. You have such a good heart, Victoria. I made beans and wieners and made 3 meals. Aw, Pat. I don't eat meat, so no idea if price changes. Although my cat loves chicken and I buy 2 bags a week, so I'm 50. She's spoiled. Yeah, she is. My sister told me that her very wealthy friend goes to food banks and that she is a cheapskate. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. I do know, I will say this, the one that I was at, they're struggling. They've got, you know, triple the amount of people weekly now than they used to have, and they have so much less, you know, to donate. You know, we used to get meat, produce, milk, eggs, bread, canned stuff. We got everything there. And I mean, I would load people up, you know, and make sure they had enough food. And now they don't get milk, they don't get eggs, they don't get cheese. Their produce is next to nothing. They get hardly any meats. So it's primarily canned goods. They get canned meats but even canned meats are so expensive now, you know, that I'm sure, I mean, I know what their budget used to be, and I'm sure it's pretty close to that now. So it's kind of hard to feed a ton of people off that, you know. Listen, every week, you know, I would call hubby and I'd be like, okay, so there's this guy, and he just told me a story, and can I give him money? My husband was like, you don't have to call me, honey. If you have money and you feel like you're being told to donate it, then you need to donate it. And I did, y'all. I did. I always tried to make sure I had 10, 20 bucks on me, sometimes more. And, you know, someone would always speak to my heart, and I always felt drawn that I needed to give to them. And I did, you know. Night, CPO. Thank you for coming. Yay. I'm glad you were here. I don't think I could handle working in a place like that. It's tough, you guys. Like, it is tough. I spend more money on their food than I have. Wow. I was looking at our electric bill last year. We used 1,000 plus kilowatt less this year, and our bill was $100 more. Holy crap, Kim. You know, we just got our personal property tax bills, right? They have like more than doubled. Well, then fortunately, the county board got together the other day, and they're going to offer a 15% reduction to everybody, which that's the least they can frickin' do. Like, come on. But yeah, it's ridiculous how much the bills have gone up. It's like actually ridiculous. Like, I don't know where you live, but here in Miami, steaks are like $30. We're eating chicken a lot now, pasta and pork is still affordable. I feel you, Barbara. I'm in the DC area, and it's expensive. But like I said, I've been literally shopping, you know, and usually online, and hubby will go and pick it up between 4 different grocery stores, because by doing that, I can get, you know, this on sale and that on sale. Like, for example, today, let me tell you about a great deal. And hubby and I actually went earlier and got it. He got off work early today. So eggs are $3.99 to $4.75 a dozen, right? Now, if you get the what do you call it, the organic ones or whatever, then they're like $5, $6. So one of our local grocery stores had a sale Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday only, a dozen eggs for $1.99. So I was going to go in and get as many as I could get. I got 4 dozen. That's all I could get because that's all they had. Because, you know, you can take eggs and you take food grade mineral oil and you rub it all over it. put it back in the carton, and then put the carton in a dark, cool place, and the eggs will last like for, I think they say like a year to 18 months or something. So I did it the first time like, I don't know, probably 8 weeks ago or something, and they're still good. They're still good, so that's good. But yeah, I definitely have to shop sales because I refuse to pay top dollar for stuff that, you know, I can't afford it. I can't, you know, I mean, could I do it? Of course I could do it. But then I would have $0 left for anything else in life. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yep. That is Russia for you. We are on the same now, although our government had capped the rise in cost. Did you do a Kylie Rodney reading? Sorry if I already mentioned it. I was late. No, I haven't, Kelly. She's actually on my list, though. I'm not doing any right now because of my health, but she's on there, honey. I'm in New Zealand. It's quite a different story economically, especially with our healthcare and government assistance. It's always eye-opening to hear your stories. Yeah, I bet. Oh. Yeah, so the 2 different times I've been in the hospital and all the tests, I'm quite frankly surprised that I haven't gotten any bills. I've not gotten any bills, even from the end of January yet. I mean, the end of June. It's going to be a nightmare, you guys. Like, but look, I am so grateful that I have health insurance. I'm so grateful that my husband pays $800 and some twice a month for our health insurance for 2 of us. Yeah. So, I mean, that's what? $1,600 and some. It's insane. I'm just grateful we have health insurance. I'm just grateful we can pay our bills. Oh, and let me tell you guys really quick. You know what our stupid ass homeowners association? Listen to this, you guys. Listen to this. So, I get a thing in the mail. Homeowners association is like, you didn't get your garden approved. And I was like, my garden? You mean the flower garden? The landscaping out front? Right? I'm like, oh, is that what they're talking about? So I emailed the lady and I'm like, ma'am, that's been there for quite a few years now. I don't know what I'm supposed to get approved. It's been there. And she's like, oh, no, your garden in the backyard. And I said, my garden in the backyard? You mean my vegetable garden that's behind my fence that you can't see unless you come into my backyard? That garden? She's like, oh, yes, ma'am, you have to get that approved. I said, you do know that it's temporary, correct? You do know that vegetable gardens don't grow year round, correct? You do know this, correct? You know, I'm like, mind blown. Are you kidding me? So here's what I'm doing. My garden will probably be finished here in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to dig it all up, clean it up, and take a picture of it. Like, can you approve my garden? Really? Really? Oh, you guys, I'm so over it. I only buy steaks in the discounted meat area. Yeah, me too, Kim. I got you. I'm so glad to see you, Victor. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I'm alive. I'm alive and kicking. What about health insurance? My son had COVID last month and had to take him to the ER. It was like $7,000, and still with insurance have to pay $1,000. And thank God we have health insurance. Oh my God, Barbara. Ah, holy crap. Saving $600 to each household to help with the cost of living. Pensioners get $300 extra for extra costs. We'll be getting an extra $300 for fuel costs. Wow, Ken, that's amazing. Wow, that's so good. Thanks, Kathy. I don't know, 10. I don't know. I explained this earlier. Oh, hi. Sorry, I was trying to get up here. When I'm sick, I don't feel like I'm at 100%, so I don't like to do any readings or anything, you know. Wow, Darlene, really? I don't understand the USA medical system. It sucks. I don't know how people can afford to live with that nonsense. Right, Ken? Right? It's insane. Oh, what are you doing? Did it scare you? Say hi. You say hi. Say hi, Ella. Say hi. You're much cuter than me. They want to see you and not me. Gotta jump through the government hoops. Yeah, no doubt. Woo! Cat hair flying through the air. Look out. Look out, kitty. What are you doing? Oh, this won't hurt you. That won't hurt you. It's okay, see? She's such a skittish little thing. Okay. Get it approved or starve. Exactly. So glad we don't have an HOA here. Kim, I'm telling you, I will never live in a house with an HOA ever again. Well, let me tell you, our HOA used to be little men that had little man syndrome, power struggles. They were in charge of nothing at home. They had no control at home, so they would come and try to have control over everybody, right? I'm serious, you guys. It's been hell. I want to get out of here. Not just out of this house, but out of this area. I want to get out of the DC area. I'm done, you guys. I'm grateful you have health insurance. Oh my gosh, me too, honey. I don't know what the heck we would do. I got COVID-19 and almost died. Oh, lost my job and I'm getting evicted now. And I just can't believe this. I worked all my life. Oh no, Kathy. I'm going to pray for you, Kathy. You're definitely in my prayers. You are so, so, so in my prayers. Oh my gosh. I remember those days. Like, it was so horrible. We went through it. It was hell. We've lost weight, Victoria. Tammy, I don't, thank you, but I don't think I have. I may have, but I don't think I have. But I will say this. I'm like, I think I've been like retaining fluid, you know? What else? My husband is French and we used to live there and they have wonderful health insurance, much better than here. Yeah. Can't get any help or anything. That's insane. That's insane, Kathy. Arkansas is calling your name. I'm there. Keep calling my name, I'll be there. I'm so over this place. You have to get permission to plant a plant. Oh my God. Yeah, right? I was like, you guys, like, I'm like, so then my brain's going and I'm like thinking, let me go to my canning. So I'm thinking, let me go to my canning, the stuff that I've canned, and let me put a big basket together and take it over there to them. Maybe they'll forget about my garden. Yes, my brain went there, people. I live in Illinois. I'm so sorry, Kathy. It's so pathetic. My husband and son and I were just talking about this earlier. It's just so freaking pathetic. You know, that in this country, we have people starving, we have people living on the streets, we have homeless people, we have people that are losing their jobs and losing their homes, and we're not doing a damn thing for any of them. Nothing. I don't understand. This is not the country, you know, that I've been in my whole life. This is just, it's sad, you guys. I'd like to move there too. There you go. Sorry, I got a phone call. Have to finish this in a little while. Love you guys. Be safe and have a great weekend. Prayers for... Aw, good night, Pat. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Plenty of room here to plant a garden. There you go. You know what, you guys? I think I'm going to get off here too. It's 8:30. I'm going to get off and kick back for a little while. Yeah. So listen, you guys have an amazing week. I'm going to try to get a video up this week, but I'm not promising. It's going to depend on how I'm doing, how I'm feeling with my blood pressure and all the other crap that's going on in my body. But you guys, I had so much fun tonight. I got my mind off of feeling like crap and I feel so much better. And I just want to thank you guys. I'm serious, you guys. You guys are my friends. You know this. You're my friends. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know of anything in Illinois. I don't know of anything. If I come up with anything, Kathy, do me a favor, Kathy. Email me at victoriapaxton.psychic@gmail.com. Email me, and if I find out anything, you know, if I can find anything out to help you, I'll definitely let you know. Yeah. Hey. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I really did, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for helping me get my mind off of everything. And you guys have a great night. Bye. Okay. End. What, then I go here?
Say dismiss.
Just